What is up, Dallas Cowboys fans? It's your old friend IndyCar Tim here with the Dallas Cowboys Daily Blitz right here on FanStream Sports. Welcome into the network. Welcome into the show. Make sure you go over there and download the FanStream Sports mobile app for your Android or iOS device to get all of our great programming on the go, our live shows, all of our recorded podcasts, our videos, everything you need on the mobile app at FanStreamSports.com. We appreciate everybody tuning in, and no, it is not a happy episode as it is the Detroit Lions post-game edition. A 47-9 just shellacking of the Cowboys. They failed to score a touchdown, while Detroit has their way with just about anything they wanted to do with the Cowboys, including a few trick plays, a few unnecessary trick plays at the end. But we won't whine about that. You know what? If you don't want them to do it, then just stop them the first time. It's always been my philosophy on stuff like that. But Jared Goff, of course, coming into the game off of his 18 for 18 performance against the Seahawks 2 weeks ago before their bye week. But his completion streak ended on his very first throw of this game. But by then, things were kind of already out of hand, oddly enough. The Lions, of course, were still throwing shade at Dallas after that hotly disputed 2-point conversion from their loss, 9 months or so ago now? They're at AT&T Stadium on the 2-point conversion that they threw to, I can't remember the offensive lineman's name, where it was deemed that he did not report as eligible, which we found out, of course, he did. So, yes, that's still on the mind of the Lions as they came into town. And then Goff goes on to throw 315 yards and 3 touchdowns, and David Montgomery runs for 2 scores as Detroit blows out Dallas 47-9 on Sunday, handing the Cowboys their 4th consecutive home, just ridiculously lopsided loss. And remember, Dallas was coming into the season with, 16 consecutive home regular season wins? It was 16 overall before the playoff loss, but then, of course, the playoff loss, now you're going to say, well, it's just regular season wins, and, well, there you go. Now they've lost 4 in a row, so it all balances out. The Lions, of course, did not have everything to celebrate as they lost pass rusher Aiden Hutchinson in the third quarter to what looked like a very, very serious left leg injury, and it required immediate surgery before he could travel with the team, or I don't know if he's traveling with the team, but before he can head home. So it's a broken left tibia. He is likely out for a long, long time while he recovers that. It was an ugly injury. They're already using the word gruesome. If you want to go back to the Dak injury, if you want to go to the Nick Chubb injury in week 2 of last year for the Browns against the Steelers, we've had a lot of those. Well, not a lot, but we've had too many of those recently that I don't care to see again. But it looked like Hutchinson, he was in the middle of sacking Dak Prescott. His leg appeared to snap above the ankle when it collided with the leg of a teammate. So, yes, he immediately knew it was broken. You can see him mouthing the words, broke my leg, or it's broken. I can't remember what exactly it was, but he knew immediately. So the Lions will be dealing with the loss of him, which is huge. On the Dallas side, Dak threw for 2 interceptions in the worst home loss since 1988 for the Cowboys, who are now 3-3, who became the first team since at least 2000 to trail by 14 or more points at halftime in 4 consecutive games on their home field, playoffs included. Detroit led 27-6 at the break, putting a combined total of the Dallas halftime deficit at AT&T Stadium to 110-35. Going back to the wild card playoff loss to the Packers back in January. Of course, as we mentioned, the current skid follows 16-game home winning streak. That was second longest in franchise history, and the 167 points allowed by Dallas are the 3rd most in a 4-game stretch in NFL history. So, some ugly things happening in Arlington for the Cowboys right now. It's not pretty, and I'd like to sit here and tell you that there's light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm not sure that I can. If you want to throw out, oh man, look at all the guys that the Cowboys are missing. They're missing Micah Parsons. They're missing DeMarcus Lawrence. Well, they sucked before those guys got hurt. So, no, them coming back is not going to solve anything. This is a team that is broken both on offense and on defense. And I don't know that this team can recover from any of this, especially this year, like within a year, which means if they don't and the Cowboys finish 8-9 or 9-8, which it looks like that's the direction they're going. And don't forget, the Cowboys are going on a stretch here now after their bye week, their upcoming bye week, where they play San Francisco, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Houston, and Washington before they take on the Giants, and then Cincinnati, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, and end the season against Washington in January. So this schedule is not looking very favorable for the Cowboys. And there is a larger than average possibility that they don't finish 500 and that they finish, I don't know, with 7 wins. Am I like overreacting here? I don't think so, because this thing is broken, which of course that means goodbye Mike McCarthy. Goodbye entire coaching staff, maybe except for special teams. I don't know, man. This thing is broken. It's frustrating. And at some point, and I lost in all of this. I think they mentioned it on the broadcast, but lost in all of this is today, Sunday, the day of the game day, was Jerry Jones' 82nd birthday. And he sat up there and watched all of this unfold on his birthday. I can only imagine the amount of rage going through his veins on his birthday as he watched all of this. So there's only one thing to do about it, and it's make changes. And if for those of you guys who are unhappy with quarterback play, yes, Dak did not have a great game today, but neither did anybody else for the Cowboys. Is this Dak's fault? No, this is not all Dak's fault. Is it partially his fault? Yes, but how much of that goes back to coaching and the game plan and the things that he has been instructed to do? I don't know. Those are things none of us know except the coaching staff and Dak Prescott. Because we know Dak has the physical tools to be an MVP candidate in this league. He's done it before. He did it last year. But then at times, he makes some of the most mind-numbing and inexplicable decisions, like the interception. He's thrown an interception in the end zone now 2 weeks in a row on passes that were just horrible, horrible passes. And those are the things that we don't understand when we don't know whose fault it is. CeeDee Lamb said it was Dak's fault last week against the Steelers. This week, man, it sure looked like just a terrible throw. The interception in the end zone. So it is what it is. Cowboys 3-3. I don't think this is where we thought they'd be after 6 games heading into the bye. And as I said, things could get a lot worse from here on out. So hunker down, Cowboys fans. It's not going to get better. Let's give it another 5 weeks and let's see where the Cowboys are after the Washington game on the week of Thanksgiving on November 24th. They play the Giants on Thanksgiving. So let's see where they are after November 24th, after they play Washington. And then we'll see if there's any hope for the rest of the season. We appreciate everybody tuning in. The Cowboys are on a bye, so we'll have some random Cowboys coverage here for you, injury stuff, and, maybe breaking news from the Star. You never know. Here on FanStream Sports and over on the Mike Fisher Report YouTube channel, Cowboys YouTube channel, we cover both of those, and we appear on both of those, and we appreciate everybody that tunes in to right there with us. So it is what it is. We're going to sit back. We're going to enjoy Monday Night Football tomorrow on Monday. Recap all of the college week at FanStream Sports. Maybe have a drink. Try to sink all this Cowboys stuff in. And we will talk to you guys a little bit later this week here on FanStream Sports. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.